Imagine being drugged by your own government, without ever knowing it. Imagine waking up in a hospital bed, confused, hallucinating, and being told you were part of an experiment. And the worst part? This was not a movie plot. This was real. This is the story of Project MKUltra, the time the Central Intelligence Agency tried to build a mind control program using LSD and psychological torture. And they did it by secretly experimenting on people, soldiers, prisoners, hospital patients, even random civilians. Welcome to Time Travelers Anonymous, where history gets darker, weirder, and way more real than you were ever taught in school. Let's rewind to the early 1950s. The Cold War is in full swing, and the paranoia is off the charts. The Central Intelligence Agency becomes obsessed with one goal: find a way to control the human mind, before the Soviet Union does. So they launch Project MKUltra, a top-secret, black-budget operation. Its mission? To explore everything from hypnosis and sensory deprivation, to electroshock and psychedelic drugs. And at the center of it all, LSD. The CIA believed LSD might be the key to breaking someone's mind, and rebuilding it however they wanted. So they started testing it. First on volunteers. Then on soldiers. Then, without permission at all. Some people were dosed in secret, at bars, in their homes, even at work. CIA agents would slip LSD into people's drinks and monitor their reactions, like a twisted science fair project. One of the most infamous cases? A man named Frank Olson. Frank was a government scientist working with the Central Intelligence Agency. One night during a retreat with colleagues, he was secretly dosed with LSD. He spiraled fast, anxiety, paranoia, hallucinations. 9 days later, he fell from a 13th-story hotel window in New York City. The official story? Suicide. But years later, his family found out he had been part of a classified experiment. Many now believe he was murdered to keep him quiet. And that is just one case. The full scale of MKUltra? We may never know. Records were destroyed in 1973 on direct orders from the CIA director at the time, Richard Helms. Why? To prevent the truth from ever getting out. But some documents survived, and they revealed horrifying details. There were experiments on children in orphanages. Patients in psychiatric hospitals were kept drugged for weeks while being blasted with disturbing images and sound. In some cases, test subjects were dosed with LSD hundreds of times. And it was not just happening in the United States. MKUltra operated in Canada, Europe, and Asia, under secret partnerships with friendly governments. Hospitals, universities, prisons, they were all used as testing grounds. And here is the twist: after all the pain, the trauma, and the destroyed lives, it did not even work. The Central Intelligence Agency never found a reliable method for mind control. MKUltra failed. But the damage it caused? That was very real. Eventually, the truth started leaking in the 1970s, through investigations and whistleblowers. A Senate hearing exposed some of the surviving documents. That is when the world learned what had happened. But no one was held truly accountable. No top officials went to prison. No massive payout to the victims. It just became another dark chapter in a book the government hoped no one would read. So what can we learn from Project MKUltra? That the truth does not always come from conspiracy theories. Sometimes it comes straight from the declassified files. And sometimes the real villains are not in stories. They are writing the reports. Thanks for watching Time Travelers Anonymous. Subscribe for more unbelievable true stories, secret missions, and government experiments that sound like science fiction, except they actually happened. Because history? It is darker than you think.